Hi there. It is 1:51 on a Friday morning, early, and I can't sleep. Can't sleep. I was noticing that there's a whole lot of new coming out videos on YouTube. Young people recording and documenting their process of coming out as gay or lesbian or bi or trans or atheist or Democrat or whatever. I'm 60 years old. I came out over 30 years ago when I was 29. I publicly came out and actually did something about it. But I knew there was something different about me 15, 20, 25 years before that when I was a little kid. I knew in elementary school, probably before elementary school, that what I was feeling inside of me didn't match up with the signals and the cues that society was dishing out and what society presented to me as normal. Uh, there's no such thing as normal, but at the time, the world around me did not match what I felt inside myself to be true. And when I was, oh, 9, 10, 11, 12, I started hearing words like queer and faggot and some other words like that. And I sort of kind of knew what they meant, but I didn't realize that what they meant was what I was and what was going on with it inside of myself. And around the time I was about 13, I made the connection that, oh, they're talking about me. And as one person put it a long time ago, I didn't know if I was excited because there was more people like me or but because there was so many people like me that they actually had a name for it. That was pretty cool. But I couldn't publicly wear that name to identify at that time. So anyway, um, I knew and I admitted within myself that I was gay when I was 13, 14-ish. But at that time, you didn't just come out and announce it. The few people who did were the Flaming Queens, and they were ostracized. And that's not what I wanted for my life. So I just kept my mouth shut. And it was never an issue with my parents as I was growing up because I had a really fucked up relationship with both of my parents. And I never formally had a coming out session with either of them, really. But that's another story. Um, when I left high school, I went right in the Air Force. And of course, in the Air Force, you couldn't be gay openly. And because I was subsequently ordained as a minister while I was in the Air Force, there was also church pressure. And you couldn't be a minister without being married, supposedly. And so I got married, and there's a whole lot of underlying issues with the getting married. I wanted to get married, and I thought I was doing the right thing, and I wanted to be doing that. but it was the wrong thing to do, and it was for the wrong reasons at that time. I didn't know it at the time, but I later discovered it was all wrong, for all the wrong reasons. But anyway, I was married for 9.5 years, had 4 children. Then we got divorced, and I didn't actually come out until 4 months after the divorce. I didn't formally acknowledge publicly that I was gay until after the divorce. And things went all kinds of different ways because I had an ex-wife with children. There was that to deal with. There was church things to deal with. There were co-workers to deal with. And I came out in '83, just at the beginnings of the AIDS crisis, which had a strong effect on the decisions that I made as I navigated the process of coming out. So I wasn't really all that sexually active. And I'm still not. But anyway, I could go on and on and on. But what I want to ask is, what do you want to know? Coming out today is different from coming out 30 years ago. And I've been there, I've done that, I've survived. But a lot of you haven't. And a lot of you want to know what it's like to tell a parent. Of course, I can't describe that because I didn't. But instead of telling you all about my long sordid story, I want you to ask me questions. I want you to tell me what you want to know. And I'm just going to leave it at that. And maybe after another cup or two of coffee, I might be able to go to sleep. Or not. We'll see. So, you think about what you want to ask me about my coming out, and I'll see if I can answer. Talk to you later. Bye.